We'll commence our meeting today. Just a reminder, and could I apologise? I've had my phone checked and I apologise for it going off twice the other day, and I've learnt a new trick of going into flight mode, and that stops it breaking through. And we will endeavour to have a break, but I imagine, or you can't imagine, this might be a relatively short meeting, so we can take a break if the meeting goes on to allow you to clear your urgent messages. So now I'd ask everyone to stand and invite Councillor Yates to open our meeting with the council prayer.
No reira kia hihiri tātou, ko tēnei te karakia o te kaunihera o ngā roto. E te atua kaharawa, ko koe te tohu rangatira, te tohu mātauranga, manakitia mai mātau wa una pononga i tēnei wā e mahi nei a mātau mahi mo te paenga o ngā tāngata o te kaunihera o ngā roto o Rotorua. Tukua mai kia tau te rangi Māori e kirungi a mātau i ngā wā katoa, ko i karaiti hoki tō mātau ariki. Āmene.
Thank you. Now I call for any apologies. Yes,
Councillor Tapsell for lateness.
Thank you. You so move. Do I have a seconder? Thank you, Councillor Kumar. All those in favour, please say aye. Contrary? Carried. Thank you. Are there any declarations of interest? No, there appear to be none. Are there any urgent items not on the agenda? Councillor Kumar.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and good morning to everyone. I don't know whether it's urgent or not, but last Friday we had a very good meeting, a very good hui as well. I'm just particularly concerned that sometimes, and it's happened in the past as well, where maybe I'm talking about whether this can be addressed as urgent or not under standing orders. But parts of the meeting were where we could hear heckling, and it so happened that one of the members of the council had to walk out for being challenged rather respectfully or irrespectfully, and I just wondered how we can address that so that it doesn't happen in future meetings.
Oh, that's not an urgent item. It's an item that I think we should look at collectively as councillors when we review the Code of Conduct, and we said we'd review the Code of Conduct at the end of this year. So it's not an urgent item. I now move to, I've got an urgent item that I wish to raise, and that is temporary housing under investigation. This isn't on the agenda due to the deadlines of which the way that we're working at the moment, the distribution. The reason why this discussion can't be delayed is to allow the Chief Executive to understand Council's position on this matter so that it can be clearly articulated to the Minister. So I need a mover that the matter of the temporary housing options under investigation be dealt with in the confidential session at this meeting. Thank you. Moved Councillor Maxwell, seconded Councillor Donaldson. All those in favour, please say aye. A question, Councillor McPherson? Yeah.
Yes, it was, having heard the motion first been moved and seconded, is there to be an opportunity for any discussion?
Absolutely. In confidential.
That's my question. Why is it in confidential?
I've just read that out. I have just read that out. It's so that we can instruct the Chief Executive on our view, our political view, before he gets into discussion with the Minister. And so that must be in confidential, in my view. That's why it's put here, flagged as a confidential item and moved and seconded.
Just to follow up on that, if I may, my understanding of matters being moved into confidential is to protect personal and commercial interests. Political interests don't require protection. Indeed, it's best they're dealt with in the public domain.
No, this is to protect information we're making available. That information would be likely otherwise to damage the public interest. I think you have to trust us on this one to make sure that we're protecting the commercial interests. So all those in favour, please say aye. Contrary? Carried. You wish to record your... The council, I move now to the confirmation of minutes. The council minutes on the 29th of April 2021. Do I have a mover for the motion that the minutes of the council meeting held on the 29th of April be confirmed as a true and accurate record? Moved by Councillor Donaldson, seconded by Councillor Rotorua Lakes. All those in favour, please say aye. Contrary? Carried. Confidential items to be released, page 12. I need a mover and a seconder to receive the report that the report confidential items to be released be received. Do I have a mover? Thank you. Councillor Yates, seconded Councillor Donaldson. All those in favour, please say aye. Contrary? Carried. We now move to recommendations from other committees. The report of the Strategy, Policy and Finance Committee meeting held on the 13th of May 2021. I need a mover and a seconder to receive the report that the report of the Strategy, Policy and Finance Committee meeting held on the 13th of May be received. Do I have a mover? Councillor Rotorua Lakes. Seconder? Councillor Wang. All those in favour, please say aye. Contrary? Carried. A mover and a seconder for the motion that the following recommendation of the Strategy, Policy and Finance Committee meeting held on the 13th of May be received. Recommendation 1, the proposed change of classification of part of Rotorua Cemetery Reserve. I'll read it out. That Council agree that consultation be undertaken on the proposal to change the classification of part of the Rotorua Cemetery Reserve being part section 26A SBRS of Rotorua from the Recreation Reserve to Local Purpose Cemetery Reserve pursuant to section 24 of the Reserves Act 1977. Do I have a mover? Councillor Yates, seconded Councillor Donaldson. Welcome. All those in favour, please say aye. Contrary? Carried. Of interest on that item too, there's a Green Pavlova conference going on as we speak here over at the Energy Events Centre, and it also is a national meeting of those working in cemeteries, and very interesting. I'm sure you'd like to see the trade show over there. Right, we move now to recommendation 2, the proposed remits to Local Government New Zealand's 2021 Annual General Meeting. 1, that Council support the proposed remit fly tipping at the Local Government New Zealand Annual General Meeting on the 17th of July, and we can take these as 1. And 2, that Council do not support the proposed remit rating valuation of forestry land at the Local Government New Zealand Annual General Meeting on the 17th of July. Moved. Councillor Maxwell, seconded. Councillor Kai Fong. All those in favour, please say aye. Aye. Contrary? Carried. And I don't think we got any later remits, did we? Now, a resolution to go into public excluded. There are 2 items for consideration in public excluded. The Council meeting minutes and the temporary housing options under investigation and legal matters. The reason, it's due to an obligation of confidence and to protect the public interest. Do I have a mover that the Council move into public excluded? Councillor Rotorua Lakes, seconded. Councillor Kumar. All those in favour, please say aye. Contrary? Carried. Right, so we should now clear the room. Thank you.